it's Caitlin from Team JCPenney, and in this section we'll be talking about the STEPLE analysis.
STEPLE Macro-Environmental Analysis. As part of the external overview, our team performed what is called the STEPLE analysis. A STEPLE analysis is an evaluation of a firm's external environment. It is divided into 6 categories: political, economic, socio-cultural, technological, legal, and environmental. After identifying important factors within each category, the categories are ranked in an impact probability matrix. This is a chart used to prioritize risk of various factors in terms of both their likelihood and impact on an industry. For this presentation, we will measure them on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the lowest possible value and 5 being the highest. I will begin by describing the 6 categories included in a STEPLE analysis. 1. Political factors. Political factors refer to the level of government intervention in an economy or on a specific industry within the market. Tax regulations, fiscal policy, labor laws, trade tariffs, taxes, and other regulations are taken under consideration in this category. 2. Economic factors. Economic factors include inflation, interest rates, economic growth, and exchange rates. These have a large impact on the cost of foreign trade, a business's cost of capital, and consumer purchasing power, and can shift the supply and demand for items. 3. Socio-cultural factors. Socio-cultural factors refer to the social environment of the market. It includes factors such as age distribution, cultural trends, population analytics, including the population growth rate, career attitudes, and shifting social trends. In 2019, examples of socio-cultural factors could include the shift towards a more health-conscious society and the implications of a large age generation, which could change the demand for goods and services in the market. 4. Technological factors. Technological factors have a profound impact on the external environment. The rate of technological change, research and development, and advances in technology leading to job automation are considered. 5. Legal factors. Legal factors impact the company on an external and internal level. Federal and state laws can have an impact on the operations of a business, industry, and market. Labor laws, standards of safety, consumer laws, discrimination laws, antitrust laws, employment laws, and health and safety regulations all fall under the legal factor category. 6. Environmental factors. Environmental factors concern ecological and environmental aspects such as climate change, weather, geographic location, and climate, and their impacts on businesses' operations. The retail industry is impacted by all of these factors. Next, I will focus on the main factors impacting the retail industry within each category. Note, in this course, political and legal factors have been grouped together. 1. Political legal factors. Government and regulatory factors surrounding the industry have a large impact. Taxes paid by retailers is of particular importance. The industry has historically paid the highest corporate tax rate in the United States. In addition, brick-and-mortar stores must often pay state taxes as well. President Trump's implementation of corporate tax cuts should have a positive impact on businesses in the retail space, freeing up more cash for businesses as they shell out less on tax expenditures. Rates have been lowered from upwards of 35% to a flat rate of 21% since 2017. In addition to this, present trade war talks have potential to hurt business outsourced to China and other countries for products. Political legal factors are uncontrollable to the average retailer, yet they impact the taxes paid and constraints within which a firm must operate. Changes in tax rates or tariff policies for companies that operate in or are supplied by other countries will be impacted by these factors. We attribute a 3.5 level of impact and a 3.5 in terms of likelihood in the impact probability matrix to this category. 2. Economic factors. Economic growth is an important metric for retailers to pay attention to. When high economic growth comes increased consumer spending. This means that in times of high economic growth, consumers will be more willing to spend money on somewhat discretionary items such as clothes at a department store. In times of low economic growth or an economic decline, consumers will save their spare cash as opposed to making unnecessary purchases. Another important economic factor within the industry is currency exchange rates. As many retailers operate internationally, it is important that they pay attention to the value of their domestic currency in association with other currencies that could impact the business. Furthermore, even if a retailer only operates domestically, it may still outsource or purchase items from foreign producers, thus making focus on ever-changing currency exchange rates a necessity. If the firm's domestic currency depreciates against the currency it would be exchanged with, the money cannot be stretched as far, resulting in shelling out more money than before to make similar transactions. Economic factors have an impact on the retail industry and the markets as a whole. While shifts in economic growth are uncontrollable to the everyday consumer, it is still important to pay attention to as it impacts customers' willingness to spend discretionary funds. As the economic environment is ever-changing, we have given economic factors a 3 for impact and a 5 for likelihood on the impact probability matrix. 3. Sociocultural factors. Demographic shifts will influence retailers. In recent years in the U.S., the number of students continuing on to graduate from college after obtaining a high school degree, as well as the number of students who have obtained even a high school degree, have increased dramatically. An increase in overall education levels should coincide with higher levels of wages, which in turn should result in having retail customers with more money in their pockets to spend. Retailers must adjust to cater to this more educated upcoming age group. There has also been a shift towards southern and western states in recent years. Americans are moving out of the New England and Midwest areas at a rapid pace. This can most likely be, at least partially, attributed to warmer weather in southern and western states. Retailers should keep this in mind if and when they decide to build brick-and-mortar stores so they know where to focus their efforts. Consumer preferences have shifted from shopping in-store to shopping online. The ease of accessibility to various name brands at the touch of a button aligns well with the present-day mindset of always being on the go, seeking convenience, and doing things in the most time-efficient way possible. Retailers must adapt to find ways to appeal to a shopping demographic that prefers to shop with purpose. This will change the way retailers market to consumers, create new products, and decide where to build their stores. Understanding shifting demographics and changing consensus is essential for businesses who want to remain relevant, and these shifts are happening before our eyes. We gave this a 4.5 for impact and a 4.5 for likelihood on the impact probability matrix. 4. Technological factors. Increasingly advanced technological developments have put online retailers such as Amazon in the spotlight. Brick-and-mortar retailers such as JCP must innovate to appeal to a tech-savvy society to compete with online retailers or perish. Another important technological factor is big data. The collection of consumer data is being used time and time again by retailers to determine consumer preferences, purchasing patterns, and other important statistics. Firms who embrace the use of such data can learn more about the ways in which they should be catering to their customers. Based on these findings, we feel that technological factors have a profound impact on the retail industry in the way that it operates moving forward. Firms need to utilize technological innovations to remain relevant. Thus, we have given this category a 5 in both impact and likelihood on the impact probability matrix. 5. Environmental factors. An increased focus on sustainability efforts due to climate change concerns has put pressure on all businesses to decrease their carbon footprint, reduce energy usage, and eliminate waste. The retail industry produces a large amount of waste when making products. It also uses up extreme amounts of energy in order to keep the lights on in their brick-and-mortar shops. Although climate change is inevitable and environmental changes will impact every industry in the world moving forward, we do not feel that the retail industry's main issues stem from this category. We gave it a 2 for relevance and a 5 for likelihood on the impact probability matrix.